First, thank you for coming here. And second, today, we at Big Business R Us would like to discuss to all of you that consumption is the way to grow the US GDP. Our think tank believes that promoting consumption will grow the US GDP far more than any other metric. As seen by this graph right over here, consumption is the greatest component to growing the US GDP. This red bar having almost always been red, except during the 1990s, during that small economic slump, the 2008 financial crisis, and the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. This makes us believe that growing consumption will lead to better US economy and GDP. But wait, why not the others? There were other things on that graph. There was private investments, exports/imports, and government expenditures. Well, let's discuss that. The first and most contentious matter is investments. Investments is the shovels and vaccines companies buy, the R&D and tools and infrastructures that they have. As can seen by this graph, investments has as well been a key component to economic growth and GDP, with it only ever really going down massively during 2008 financial crisis. 2009 after the 2008 financial crisis, when companies cut back on this investment spending of shovels, vaccines, and much more after the loss of capital. And this idea of losing capital using our cognitive reasoning makes us believe that investments isn't the way to go. Consumption is what brings capital companies, and this increased capital, we believe, using our cognitive reasoning, will make investment grow. This loop is what makes us believe that investment isn't the way to go. Consumption will help grow the US economy better. The other two, net imports/exports and government spending, are much more easy to write off. As seen by the graph, government spending has always been low. The blue has always been a somewhat small number, with it regularly going down to negatives. Oh, and I'm just sorry to say this, but the purple is investments, the red, as I said before, is consumption, and the gray is imports/exports. If I didn't say it already, I'm sorry. Anyways, so now as can be seen by the graph, government spending is just a no-go. Too small, regularly negative, just no. So, what about imports and exports? Just worse. As can be seen by the graph, imports and exports regularly goes on into negatives. Why does it go down to negatives? Well, it's because the US economy imports more than it exports. Imports are the negatives, exports are the positives, for anyone that needs to know. Now, as we have seen, increased consumption is the way to go when growing the US economy. This can be especially seen after the 2020 pandemic. As can be seen here, consumption shrunk, but then immediately went up to almost 6%. Using our cognitive reasoning, we were able to deduce the reason behind this. Our idea is built on the idea of consumer buildup, a need of the people to not just survive, but to consume. This is our explanation to the massive increase. The massive increase in consumer spending after the COVID-19 pandemic. The American people need to consume. They must consume. And we at Big Business R Us support this and call for all of you to support this as well.